Okay, welcome back to session 2. Now for session 2, we're going to be covering up Speaking Tutor 1A. Today, we're going to be focusing on Unit 4 still, Successful People, Lesson, Speaking Practice, and Role-Playing on page 82 and 83. Now before we go to our lessons today, let's do a quick lesson review on what we've did so far. Alright, so far we've done lesson 4 review on page 80. Games of prepositions. Do you remember doing that game preposition that I was telling you last week? Yeah, so this is, I hope you've already done the games preposition part, right? Good, that was fun, no? So you have to spin to a word, and whatever word that you land on, you have to make a sentence out of it, right? Then our grammar focus was focused on irregular past tense. You also have to complete the puzzles on page 81, and then question and answers about yourself. You remember doing all that? That was part of your homework or your classwork as well. I hope that you've done all that already. All right? Okay, we're not going to go too long about, lesson review, because mostly it's just quick reminding you of what we've already done, but not in detail, because if you go to detail, it's more like we're doing a lesson. All right? So we're not going to do that. Okay. So for today's session, we're going to be doing a little bit something different. So for today's class, I have here divided 2 boards, all right? So we have a speaking practice, guess that missing thing, and a role play presentation. Now, all of this we've did already before, okay? So let's do first a speaking practice, guess that missing thing. Now let's open your book to page 82. Now notice on page 82, we're talking about hide something from your buddy and then talk about it until she finds it. So look at the example of conversation, how they've written, right? So one of the girls said that, have you seen my scissors? So you have a picture of a scissors, okay? No, I haven't. Where did you look for them? Okay? So basically it's more like a conversational skills about talking about the missing things. So in this unit, what you can do is you can choose any object, okay? You can choose scissors, you can choose rulers, you can choose pencils, you can choose water bottles, you can choose anything you want and then create a role play, okay? So you can choose anything you want and able to create a role play, right? So that's about the speaking practice, guess the missing thing. I mean, all of this stuff is what you have already done anyway, so it should be very easy for you. All right? Okay, let's now look at page 83. Now on page 83, talking about role play presentation, but before that, let's listen to the sample story on track 16 of your Speaking Tutor 1A. Now listen.
Sample story.
I think my English teacher is successful. Her secret to success is that she is nice. She is liked by all of her students. I think she is good at her job because all of her students learn a lot of English. Her advice to us is always the same. Even when you think you can't do something, try anyway. Last year, she got an award for Teacher of the Year. We were all excited for her. I would like to be like her someday. She is good at her job and a good person.
Okay, so I hope you already listened to track 16 on page 83. Now, even that, let's do a quick read together as well, okay? I think my English teacher is successful. Her secret to success is that she is nice. She is liked by all of her students. I think she is good at her job because all of her students learn a lot of English. Her advice to us is always the same. Even when you think you can't do something, try anyway. Last year, she got an award for the Teacher of the Year. We were all excited for her. I would like to be like her someday. She is good at her job and a good person. Okay? Now, what you need to do in the role play on page 83, what you need to do is that you need to pretend you and your buddy haven't seen each other in years. And you are telling each other about your lives. So you need to create a role play. You can see the sample, okay, of the role play on page 83. Now, there's two people talking here. It's between you and your friend. You don't need to write the word you. You don't need to write the word buddy. You can just simply change the two words into your own name and your friend's name. Okay, so for example, Jessie, hey, Jessie, how are you doing? Okay, oh, Sophie, hey, Jessie, how are you doing? Jessie, I'm doing good. So then you try to answer the questions by filling in the blanks, okay? So this should be easy. Now, when you're done with it, try to record your own voice with this role play and then send it to your teachers and see how he or she think of your performance. Okay? Well, also, don't forget, it is important that each time you do a role play presentation, please make sure that you try to cover it or try to practice it with your family or your member of families at home, whoever that speaks English in the house, all right? It's very, very important that you practice all of this because in some days you're going to need this, okay? Some days you're going to need to learn how to do all this practicing role play, because one day you're going to be not only doing practicing role play, but you're also going to be doing the speaking contest. So you need to be speaking in public, right, in front of a lot of people, all right? So practicing right now while we're doing the online class, it's easy, okay? So don't forget to practice. Make sure that you practice English at home a lot. Not only that you speak Khmer and do your Khmer work, but also don't forget about your English work as well. It's very, very important that you all doing your English work, okay? Because, you know, like I said before in the previous videos, I said that in our country right now, our second language is Khmer, our second language is English, right? Not only from Khmer, but our second language is English. Everywhere you go, you need to be able to speak a little English as well, okay? So that's why I keep reminding you to please practice your English as much as you possibly can, okay? Right. Well, I don't have much for you, okay? Because, you know, for this session, again, like I said before, it's mainly just practice speaking, practice, reading. Mostly is practice speaking skills. All right? Okay. I don't have much for you for this session too. I will see you tomorrow for my next video. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.
Like him too, he my man, he my boo, he my type, he's so